What up? It's your boy Wall Street, the hottest YouTube NBA pundit / music producer / that dude. And I'm back. And I'm so happy to be joined by all of you fine people listening. I appreciate every single one of you, and I got more content coming on the way. But today, I want to talk about the Phoenix Suns because they are trash, and they might have the darkest future in the league. So I hope Matt Ishbia knows how to pull off some trades because that's the only thing that's going to save this team. And it's really sad, man. It's really sad because the Suns made it to the NBA Finals in 2021. I remember their resurgence that started in the NBA bubble. When they came to the bubble, I don't believe they qualified for the playoffs. I don't think they did. But they came in the bubble, and I think they went like 8-0. They didn't lose a game, right? And that was like, when they had, it was Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton. I don't think Chris Paul was on the team yet. Maybe he was. I'm not sure. But they really showed out, man. And I was like, wow, these Suns are really showing that, they don't mess around. They know what's good. So the thing that really bothered me, though, was that you see teams do this all the time where they get to the finals and then they immediately just start changing stuff, right? I didn't understand that, right? It's like they got rid of DeAndre Ayton. They brought in Kevin Durant. They got rid of Chris Paul, which I think was the worst move they could have made. I think if they had kept Chris Paul and brought in KD, didn't need to bring in Brad Beal, obviously, that hasn't really worked out for them. I just think they'd be in a better place. But let's talk about the present, right? So the Suns, the regular season for the NBA just concluded today. The Suns finished 11th in the Western Conference. So they did not qualify for the playoffs, nor did they qualify for the play-in tournament, right? The team that qualified above them was the Dallas Mavericks, who traded away Luka Doncic. Okay, Kyrie Irving is out for the rest of the season with a torn ACL. Anthony Davis just came back. He's played 5 games since being back. Maybe a little bit more than that. But you catch my drift. There's no reason that a team with Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant should be missing the play-in, right? And being 10 games under 500. Doesn't make sense. So the real problem here, though, is usually if you're a bad team, right, at least you have good draft picks to look forward to. No, sir. Not here. Not in this desert. Not only is this a desert where water is scarce, draft picks are also scarce. So the Phoenix Suns, and I could just be reading this wrong, but I don't think I am. I'm pretty good at reading things on the internet. And the Phoenix Suns do not have a first-round pick that is outright theirs until 2032. For 7 years, they don't have a first-round draft pick that is inherently theirs, right? And you might think, oh, well, maybe he's just talking about protections. And this, no. I am talking about, I'm just going to run through this with you all so you guys understand why this is such a big problem, okay? So this year, their first-round pick, which is projected to be the 9th overall pick in the draft, and this is a stacked draft class. That could really help them. That pick, the rights are technically held by OKC, but I believe those rights are going to be conveyed to the Houston Rockets, who certainly don't need the pick. But the Hawks, for example, won the number 1 overall pick last year with the 10th best odds. This pick has the 9th best odds. There is a real reality here where the Houston Rockets end up with Cooper Flag, right? And you can thank the Phoenix Suns for that, okay? So let's keep going. 2026, Wizards have the right to swap that pick. It's unlikely that, I have a feeling the Wizards are still going to be bad, but it's possible the Suns are even worse. So the Wizards might wind up with a better draft pick than they actually earn next year, which I'm very happy about. Big Wizards fan that I am. That is music to my ears. So that's that. 2027, Houston owns the Suns pick owns their first round pick outright, no protections. Okay, 2028, the pick it can be swapped to Brooklyn, the Knicks, or the Wizards. Okay, 2029, Houston has the right to swap. 2030, the Wizards have the right to swap. It like in 2031, Utah owns the pick outright. Like there is no positive thing in sight here for the Suns. And the only way they get out of this mess is by trading essentially all of their stars, right? So that means you're trading Kevin Durant, you're trading Devin Booker, and you can try to trade Bradley Beal. You're probably not going to be able to do it because this no trade clause is the worst thing that has ever happened in the history of sports, right? And I get it. Some guys deserve that. But if you're not named LeBron James or Nikola Jokic, I don't think you should have a no-trade clause. The fact that Tommy Shepard gave Bradley Beal a no-trade clause just goes to show how dismantled and destroyed the front office of the Washington Wizards was from, let's call it, what was it, like 2017 or 2018 to like 2021. Horrible. Just horrible. Okay? So you can thank Tommy Shepard for that, right? At least he's plaguing another team now, not the Wizards. So now that I've gotten that out of the way, let's talk about the payroll of the Suns, because that's usually a thing that matters when you're trading players. So Kevin Durant has one season left on his deal, which is next season. He's getting paid $54.7 million. Okay. Devin Booker has a couple more years, right? He's got next season, he's got 26-27 and 27-28. So he will be a free agent in the summer of 2028. Okay, he's got $220 million left on his deal, but I think that's including this year. So call it $170 million left on his deal. Okay, Bradley Beal has next season guaranteed at $53.6 million, which is more than what Devin Booker is getting paid, which is pretty crazy. And then 26-27, he has a player option for $57 million. And everybody and their mother knows that he's likely going to take that deal, okay? There's no way that a man with a no-trade clause who averaged 17 points per game this season is not taking $57 million 2 years from now. I'm just saying. It would be a joke if I said that he wasn't going to take it. So let's keep going here. Grayson Allen also, he's been a very good player for them, I will say. I think Grayson Allen's been great for the Suns. He's under contract until 26-27 and then has a player option in 27-28 for $19.3 million. So he's a more tradable piece, in my opinion, because his contract is not that high in relative terms of the NBA. Obviously, that's a lot of money still. Royce O'Neal under contract until 27-28, fully guaranteed. Then you got Ryan Dunn, who was their rookie. I'm a big fan of Ryan Dunn. He's going to be under contract until 27-28, but obviously he's got the rookie deal and then the two team options on the last 2 years for 27 and 28. And then, pretty much everyone else, man, like, Damian Lee's a free agent, Mason Plumlee's a free agent, Monte Morris is a free agent, Tyus Jones is a free agent, Bull is a free agent. I don't know if any of these dudes are going to come back. Like, frankly, first of all, I don't understand why they didn't utilize Tyus Jones. I thought Tyus Jones was going to, frankly, make a lot more money on the market last season. If anything, I think this performance this year, not that he's performed significantly worse, but just like the fact that this team was not good and he had a better year on the Wizards, like, I feel bad. I honestly think he's not going to make as much money. I think he thought like he's going to come to this team and they're going to make it far in the playoffs and he's going to make more money than he would have if he signed a long-term deal last year, right? And I just don't think it's going to work out that way anymore, unfortunately. So shout out Tyus Jones, though. Still a big fan of his game. Maybe he'll come back to Washington. I would welcome that. But listen, man. This is, I don't know. I feel so bad for Suns fans because I'm telling you, a year from now or 2 years from now, this team is not going to be good. They're not going to be good. And if they can't figure out how to get some draft picks, it's going to be a real problem, right? And it's not like, you're trading away like spring chickens, okay? Kevin Durant is 36 years old. He's going to be 37 in September. Okay, that's not like an easy dude to trade, right? Obviously, it's Kevin Durant, right? I'm not trying to knock his greatness or anything like that, but again, this is not Kevin Durant and LeBron James are different to me, right? Kevin Durant is a guy that I think helps your team win. I don't think he's a guy that automatically makes your team win, right? As we've seen here, it didn't work in Brooklyn, it didn't work in Phoenix, and frankly, it worked in Golden State because they had probably the most talented team of all time. Kevin Durant joined a 73-9 team. Like, obviously, if they weren't going to win, that would have been a real blemish on his career. Don't get me wrong, right? So I don't know, man. Bradley Beal is quite literally untradeable. You know, he's going to waive that clause. He doesn't want to move. He's getting paid a lot of money. Why would he want to do that? And Devin Booker, I think he's the most valuable piece you got, and he's 28, right? He's entering the prime of his career. But realistically, where do you trade Devin Booker where you can get back the appropriate pieces, right? Because Devin Booker is a really, really amazing player. Like, it's unlikely that you're going to trade Devin Booker away and you're just going to find some dude that's going to be just as good or better than him, right? Whether that be in the draft or you're finding a guy that's in his second year that's waiting to, you know, blossom and turn into a star. It's just unlikely, right? So this is a tricky situation, but if I had to give my word of advice, you got to blow the team up, man. You got to trade away everything, be bad for a couple of years, but you got to figure out maybe they can get their picks back. I don't know. Like, this is something else, man. I don't know how you fumble a situation like this so badly. They were in the NBA Finals 4 years ago, and now they are missing the playoffs with arguably a more talented team on paper. It's remarkable how things change in the NBA, but that's why I love the NBA. Is that it's like a big reality show, man. You see a lot of crazy stuff go down, and you know, teams can go from being in the finals one year to being, you know, a non-playoff team the next. I mean, hey, look at the Dallas Mavericks, right? They were in the finals last year, and now they trade away their best player, and you know, the play-in is about to start in a couple of days here. But they could easily get eliminated from the play-in and just not make the playoffs. They could go from being a team that was in the NBA Finals to a team that is in the NBA draft lottery. It's crazy, man. The NBA is a crazy league, but that's why I love it. So, again, if I'm the Suns, I'm blowing this team up. I'm trying to get as many draft picks as possible. You know, get as many young players as possible so that I can build this team up so that when I finally do have my own draft picks again in 2032, you know, we can make sure not to make this mistake again. But it's going to be a while, Phoenix fans. I'm feeling for you. I've been going through it as a Wizards fan myself, but I will tell you, the future will be bright. You just got to be patient. So that's all I got, guys. If you're a Suns fan, please leave some comments down below. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know what you think about this mess of a situation that your team is in and what you think they should do. So leave some comments down below. Let's link, let's talk, let's build, let's do all that. And I'm going to catch you guys later, man. Stay safe, stay up, stay humble, handle business, stand on business. Peace out.